You have estrogen receptors in your tendons, and estrogen is important for how your body remodels. You also have progesterone receptors in your tendons. If you want to read more, I love this study that came out in 2021, the role of estrogen and progesterone receptors in the rotator cuff disease, a retrospective cohort study, and it is beautifully explained. So there's estrogen receptors alpha and beta, and there's progesterone receptors in the rotator cuff tendons of men and women, which is interesting. And how they express themselves is different between men and women that are younger and women that are postmenopausal. And so we can say that it seems that hormones influence the homeostasis of our tendon tissues. And no one who has had a baby or menopause or a child in puberty is going to be surprised when we tell you that sex steroid hormones affect the tendons. Human estrogen may influence ligament structure, modulating the expression of collagen between type 1 and type 3, the fibroblast proliferation in the inflammatory pathway. These and other hormonal effects may be responsible for the structural modifications in tendon tissue, explaining the higher incidence of disease in women. The reason you have more tendonitis now, more than ever, is because as your hormones change and your habits change, you are changing literally structurally with your tenocytes, with your collagen, with the ratio of collagen. And this is why I, a physical therapist, am talking to you, lady who is going through the menopause transition, trying to educate you of, hey, chemical wise, you're changing. Now I need to change your habits because I need to support healthy joints and tendons. Because tendonitis bothers women immensely in the menopause transition. Immensely. You probably have like 3 body parts right now that have tendonitis. Came out of nowhere. And in this study that I love, they showed that the estrogen receptor beta, which is a real pill, how it expresses itself, and the progesterone receptors are markedly more expressed, and probably I like to think of them as like little drunken friends that are overserved in postmenopausal women's sample compared to their male counterparts. That's right. Men also have estrogen receptors and progesterone receptors in their shoulders. Now, some authors have reported that the estrogen receptor beta expression is associated with the severity of the de Quervain syndrome. You know, de Quervain syndrome is also tied with myofibroblasts, which is also a similar disease process to frozen shoulder, because myofibroblasts can contract. So that they can hypothesize that estrogens aggravate inflammation and angiogenesis through an increased estrogen receptor beta expression. And so I will say to you, frozen shoulder, primary, happening to women during menopause doesn't seem so crazy when you realize there are estrogen receptors in the tendons and the ligaments and the capsule. Now, rats are not the same as women, but in a study on rats, they demonstrated that the coexistence of mechanical stress and estrogen deficiency exacerbates tendinopathy through upregulating the estrogen receptor beta associated with apoptosis and tenocytes. Drunk little estrogen receptors.